Hello students, welcome to CBSE Class 10 Mathematics. In this lesson, we will begin an important chapter, Quadratic Equations, Part 1. Quadratic equations are a key concept in algebra and will help you solve many real-life mathematical problems. In this part, we will understand what a quadratic equation is, its standard form, basic concepts related to it. Don't worry, we will learn everything step by step in a simple and clear way. So, get ready to explore and enjoy learning mathematics. Let's begin. Now, let us begin with the introduction to quadratic equations. Quadratic equations are an important part of algebra and are widely used in mathematics. They help us solve many real-life problems such as finding areas, calculating speeds, and understanding patterns. In this chapter, we will learn what quadratic equations are, how to identify them, and how to solve them step by step. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand their structure and apply them confidently in different problems. Let us start this interesting journey into quadratic equations. Now, let us understand an important concept, quadratic equation. But first, a question. What is a quadratic equation? Let us now understand the definition of a quadratic equation more clearly. A quadratic equation is an equation in one variable with degree 2. This means the highest power, or index, of the variable is 2. Now look at some examples. 9x squared plus 5x plus 7 equals 9. Here, the highest power is 2, so it is a quadratic equation. 0.3z power 5 plus square root 5z cube plus 4 by 3z equals 0. Here, the highest power is 5, so it is not a quadratic equation. 7x squared plus xy minus 5y squared equals 0. This has two variables, x and y, so it is also not a quadratic equation. Now let us look at the general form. A quadratic equation can be written as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Here, a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. Now think about this. If a becomes 0, then the equation becomes bx plus c equals 0. This is a linear equation, not a quadratic equation. If b is 0, then the equation becomes ax squared plus c equals 0. This is still a quadratic equation. If c is 0, then the equation becomes ax squared plus bx equals 0. This is also a quadratic equation. So remember, the key condition is that the highest power of the variable must be 2. Now, let us solve an important question. Which of the following are quadratic equations? Let us look at the first equation. 11 equals minus 4x squared minus x cube. Rewriting it in standard form, we get x cubed plus 4x squared plus 11 equals 0. Here, the highest power of x is 3. So, this is not a quadratic equation. Now, let us look at the second equation. Open bracket y minus 2, close bracket, open bracket y plus 2, close bracket equals 0. Using identity, we get y square minus 4 equals 0. We can also write it as y square plus 0y minus 4 equals 0. Here, the highest power of y is 2, and it is in one variable. So, this is a quadratic equation in variable y. Always remember, a quadratic equation must have only one variable and the highest power should be 2. Now, let us learn how to check whether a given equation is a quadratic equation or not. To do this, we need to follow two simple steps. First, check the number of variables. A quadratic equation must have only one variable. Second, check the highest power of the variable. The highest power must be 2. If both these conditions are satisfied, then the equation is a quadratic equation. If the highest power is not 2, or if there is more than one variable, then it is not a quadratic equation. So always remember, one variable and highest power equal to 2 are the key conditions. Let us solve the next set of questions. We have to identify whether the given equations are quadratic equations or not. First, consider the equation. Z minus 7 by Z equals 4Z plus 5. To simplify, multiply both sides by Z to remove the denominator. We get Z square minus 7 equals 4Z square plus 5Z. Now bring all terms to one side. We get minus 3Z square minus 5Z minus 7 equals 0. This is in the form AZ square plus BZ plus C equals 0. It has one variable and the highest power is 2. So, it is a quadratic equation in variable Z. Now, consider the next equation. Q square minus 4 divided by Q square equals minus 3. Multiply both sides by Q square. We get Q square minus 4 equals minus 3Q square. Bring all terms to one side. We get 4Q square minus 4 equals 0. We can also write it as 4Q square plus 0Q minus 4 equals 0. This is in the standard form of a quadratic equation. It has one variable and the highest power is 2. So, it is a quadratic equation in variable Q. Now, let us look at the next equation. Open bracket x plus 2 whole cube equals to x multiplied by x square minus 1. First, expand the left side. We get x cube plus 6x square plus 12x plus 8. Now expand the right side. We get 2x cube minus 2x. Now bring all terms to one side so that the equation becomes equal to 0. We get x cube minus 2x cube plus 6x square plus 12x plus 2x plus 8 equals 0. Simplifying, we get minus x cube plus 6x square plus 14x plus 8 equals 0. Here, the highest power of x is 3. Since the highest power is not 2, this is not a quadratic equation. Let us solve the next question. We need to check whether the given equation is a quadratic equation or not. The equation is x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 equals x minus 2 whole cube. First, expand the right side. We get x cube minus 6x square plus 12x minus 8. Now bring all terms to one side. We get x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 minus x cube plus 6x square minus 12x plus 8 equals 0. Now simplify. X cube and minus x cube cancel out. We get 2x square minus 13x plus 9 equals 0. Here, the highest power of x is 2. So, this is a quadratic equation in variable x. Now, let us check the next equation. X plus 1 whole square equals to multiplied by x minus 3. First, expand x plus 1 whole square. We get x square plus 2x plus 1. Now expand the right side. We get 2x minus 6. Now bring all terms to one side. we get x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x plus 6 equals 0. Simplify the equation. 2x and minus 2x cancel out. We get x square plus 7 equals 0. We can also write it as x square plus 0x plus 7 equals 0. Here, the highest power of x is 2 and it has only one variable. So, it is a quadratic equation. Now, let us check the next equation. X square minus 2x equals minus 2 multiplied by 3 minus x. First, simplify the right side. Multiply minus 2 with 3 and minus x. We get minus 6 plus 2x. Now bring all terms to one side. We get x square minus 2x plus 6 equals 0. Now simplify. We get x square minus 4x plus 6 equals 0. This is in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. It has one variable and the highest power is 2. So, it is a quadratic equation. Now, let us check the next equation. X minus 2 multiplied by x plus 1 equals x minus 1 multiplied by x plus 3. First, expand both sides. On the left side, we get x square plus x minus 2x minus 2. This simplifies to x square minus x minus 2. On the right side, we get x square plus 3x minus x minus 3. This simplifies to x square plus 2x minus 3. Now bring all terms to one side. We get x square minus x minus 2 minus x square minus 2x plus 3 equals 0. Now simplify. X square and minus x square cancel out. We get minus 3x plus 1 equals 0. This is a linear equation because the highest power of x is 1. So, it is not a quadratic equation. Now, let us check the next equation. X minus 3 multiplied by 2x plus 1 equals x multiplied by x plus 5. First, expand both sides. On the left side, we get 2x square plus x minus 6x minus 3. This simplifies to 2x square minus 5x minus 3. On the right side, we get x square plus 5x. Now bring all terms to one side. We get 2x square minus 5x minus 3 minus x square minus 5x equals 0. Now simplify. We get x square minus 10x minus 3 equals 0. This is in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. It has one variable and the highest power is 2. So, it is a quadratic equation. Now, let us check the next equation. 2x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 equals x plus 5 multiplied by x minus 1. First, expand both sides. On the left side, we get 2x square minus 6x minus x plus 3. This simplifies to 2x square minus 7x plus 3. On the right side, we get x square minus x plus 5x minus 5. This simplifies to x square plus 4x minus 5. Now bring all terms to one side. We get 2x square minus 7x plus 3 minus x square minus 4x plus 5 equals 0. Now simplify. We get x square minus 11x plus 8 equals 0. This is in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. It has one variable and the highest power is 2. So, it is a quadratic equation. Now, let us check the next equation. X square plus 3x plus 1 equals x minus 2 whole square. First, expand the right side. We get x square minus 4x plus 4. Now bring all terms to one side. We get x square plus 3x plus 1 minus x square plus 4x minus 4 equals 0. Now simplify. X square and minus x square cancel out. We get 7x minus 3 equals 0. Here, the highest power of x is 1. So, this is not a quadratic equation. Now, let us move to the next important concept, converting statements into equation form. In many questions, we are given a statement in words instead of an equation. Our task is to carefully understand the statement and translate it into a mathematical equation. To do this, first identify the unknown quantity and represent it with a variable, usually x. Then, convert the given conditions into mathematical expressions step by step. Finally, form an equation and simplify it into the standard form. This skill is very important because it helps us solve real-life problems using algebra. Let us now see how to convert statements into equations with examples. Now, let us learn how to express a statement mathematically. The question says, the area of a rectangular plot is 528 square meters. The length of the plot is 1 more than twice its breadth. We need to find the length and breadth of the plot. First, assume the breadth of the rectangular plot is x meters. According to the question, the length will be 2 times x plus 1. Now we know that area of a rectangle is length multiplied by breadth. So, area becomes 2x plus 1 multiplied by x equals 528. Now simplify this expression. We get 2x square plus x equals 528. Bring all terms to one side. We get 2x square plus x minus 528 equals 0. This is the required mathematical equation representing the problem. Now we can solve this equation to find the values of length and breadth. Now, let us solve this problem step by step. The question says that Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. Also, the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. We need to find Rohan's present age. First, let us assume Rohan's present age is x years. Then, his mother's present age will be x plus 26 years. Now, consider their ages 3 years from now. Rohan's age after 3 years will be x plus 3. His mother's age after 3 years will be x plus 26 plus 3, which becomes x plus 29. According to the question, the product of their ages after 3 years is 360. So, we form the equation x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 29 equals 360. Now, expand the expression. X multiplied by x plus 29 gives x square plus 29x. 3 multiplied by x plus 29 gives 3x plus 87. Adding both, we get x square plus 29x plus 3x plus 87 equals 360. Now combine like terms. X square plus 32x plus 87 equals 360. Now bring all terms to one side. X square plus 32x plus 87 minus 360 equals 0. Finally, we get x square plus 32x minus 273 equals 0. This is the required quadratic equation representing the given situation. Now, let us express the next statement mathematically. The question says, the product of two consecutive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. First, understand what consecutive integers mean. These are numbers that come one after the other, like 10 and 11. Now, let us assume the first integer is x. Then, the second integer will be x plus 1. According to the question, the product of these two integers is 306. So, we form the equation x multiplied by x plus 1 equals 306. Now expand the expression. We get x square plus x equals 306. Now bring all terms to one side. We get x square plus x minus 306 equals 0. This is the required quadratic equation representing the given statement. Now, let us express the next situation mathematically. The question says, a train travels a distance of 480 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 kilometers per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. First, assume the original speed of the train is x kilometers per hour. Then, the reduced speed will be x minus 8 kilometers per hour. We know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. So, the time taken at original speed will be 480 divided by x. And the time taken at reduced speed will be 480 divided by x minus 8. According to the question, the new time is 3 hours more than the original time. So, we form the equation 480 divided by x minus 8 minus 480 divided by x equals 3. Now, take the least common denominator and simplify the expression. We get 480 multiplied by x minus 480 multiplied by x minus 8 divided by x multiplied by x minus 8 equals 3. Simplifying further, we get 480x minus 480x plus 3840 divided by x multiplied by x minus 8 equals 3. So, 3840 divided by x multiplied by x minus 8 equals 3. Now multiply both sides by x multiplied by x minus 8. We get 3840 equals 3 multiplied by x minus 8. Simplify further. We get 3840 equals 3x square minus 24x. Now bring all terms to one side. We get 3x square minus 24x minus 3840 equals 0. Finally, divide the whole equation by 3. We get x square minus 8x minus 1280 equals 0. This is the required quadratic equation representing the given situation. Now, let us move to an important part of this chapter, methods for solving quadratic equations. In this lesson, we will begin with the factorization method. Factorization is a technique in which we break a quadratic equation into two simpler expressions. By expressing the equation as a product of two factors equal to 0, we can easily find the values of the variable. This method is simple and very useful when the equation can be factorized easily. Let us now learn how to solve quadratic equations using the factorization method step by step. Now, let us look at the different methods used to solve a quadratic equation. There are three main methods. The first method is the factorization method. In this method, we split the quadratic expression into two factors and then solve for the variable. The second method is completing the square method. Here, we convert the equation into a perfect square form and then solve it step by step. The third method is the formula method. In this method, we use a standard formula to directly find the values of the variable. Each method has its own importance, and we will learn them one by one in detail. Now, let us begin with the first method, the factorization method. This method is one of the simplest ways to solve a quadratic equation. In this method, we try to break the given quadratic expression into two factors. Once we write the equation as a product of two expressions equal to 0, we can find the value of the variable easily. This method works best when the equation can be factorized easily. Let us now understand this method step by step with examples. Now, let us solve the quadratic equation using the factorization method. The given equation is 3x squared plus 34x plus 11 equals 0. First, check that the equation is already in standard form. Now, we use the method of splitting the middle term. Multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term. So, 3 multiplied by 11 gives 33. Now, we need to find two numbers whose product is 33 and whose sum is 34. These numbers are 1 and 33. Now, split the middle term using these numbers. So, we write 34x as x plus 33x. Now the equation becomes 3x squared plus x plus 33x plus 11 equals 0. Now, take common factors. From the first two terms, take x common. We get x multiplied by 3x plus 1. From the last two terms, take 11 common. We get 11 multiplied by 3x plus 1. Now the equation becomes x multiplied by 3x plus 1 plus 11 multiplied by 3x plus 1 equals 0. Take the common bracket. We get 3x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 11 equals 0. Now, apply the zero product rule. Either 3x plus 1 equals 0 or x plus 11 equals 0. From the first equation, we get 3x equals minus 1, so x equals minus 1 by 3. From the second equation, we get x equals minus 11. So, the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 11 and minus 1 by 3. Now, let us solve this quadratic equation using the factorization method. The given equation is 2m squared plus 19m plus 30 equals 0. First, check that the equation is in standard form. Now, multiply the coefficient of m square with the constant term. 2 multiplied by 30 gives 60. Now, we need two numbers whose product is 60 and whose sum is 19. These numbers are 15 and 4. Now, split the middle term. So, we write 19m as 15m plus 4m. Now the equation becomes 2m squared plus 15m plus 4m plus 30 equals 0. Now, take common factors. From the first two terms, take m common. We get m multiplied by 2m plus 15. From the last two terms, take 2 common. We get 2 multiplied by 2m plus 15. Now the equation becomes m multiplied by 2m plus 15 plus 2 multiplied by 2m plus 15 equals 0. Take the common bracket. We get 2m plus 15 multiplied by m plus 2 equals 0. Now apply the zero product rule. Either 2m plus 15 equals 0 or m plus 2 equals 0. From the first equation, we get 2m equals minus 15, so m equals minus 15 by 2. From the second equation, we get m equals minus 2. So, the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 15 by 2 and minus 2. Now, let us solve this quadratic equation using the factorization method. The given equation is x square minus x minus 132 equals 0. First, check that the equation is already in standard form. Now, multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term. 1 multiplied by minus 132 gives minus 132. Now, we need two numbers whose product is minus 132 and whose sum is minus 1. These numbers are minus 12 and plus 11. Now, split the middle term. So, we write minus x as minus 12x plus 11x. Now the equation becomes x square minus 12x plus 11x minus 132 equals 0. Now, take common factors. From the first two terms, take x common. We get x multiplied by x minus 12. From the last two terms, take 11 common. We get 11 multiplied by x minus 12. Now the equation becomes x multiplied by x minus 12 plus 11 multiplied by x minus 12 equals 0. Take the common bracket. We get x minus 12 multiplied by x plus 11 equals 0. Now apply the zero product rule. Either x minus 12 equals 0 or x plus 11 equals 0. From the first equation, we get x equals 12. From the second equation, we get x equals minus 11. So, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 12 and minus 11. Now, let us solve this quadratic equation using the factorization method. The given equation is 8x square minus 22x minus 21 equals 0. First, check that the equation is in standard form. Now, multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term. 8 multiplied by minus 21 gives minus 168. Now, we need two numbers whose product is minus 168 and whose sum is minus 22. These numbers are minus 28 and plus 6. Now, split the middle term. So, we write minus 22x as minus 28x plus 6x. Now the equation becomes 8x square minus 28x plus 6x minus 21 equals 0. Now, take common factors. From the first two terms, take 4x common. We get 4x multiplied by 2x minus 7. From the last two terms, take 3 common. We get 3 multiplied by 2x minus 7. Now the equation becomes 4x multiplied by 2x minus 7 plus 3 multiplied by 2x minus 7 equals 0. Take the common bracket. We get 2x minus 7 multiplied by 4x plus 3 equals 0. Now apply the zero product rule. Either 2x minus 7 equals 0 or 4x plus 3 equals 0. From the first equation, we get 2x equals 7, so x equals 7 by 2. From the second equation, we get 4x equals minus 3, so x equals minus 3 by 4. So, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 7 by 2 and minus 3 by 4. Now, let us solve the next quadratic equation using the factorization method. The given equation is 10x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals 0. First, check that the equation is in standard form. Now, multiply the coefficient of x squared with the constant term. 10 multiplied by minus 4 gives minus 40. Now, we need two numbers whose product is minus 40 and whose difference is 3. These numbers are 8 and minus 5. Now, split the middle term. So, we write 3x as 8x minus 5x. Now the equation becomes 10x square plus 8x minus 5x minus 4 equals 0. Now take common factors. From the first two terms, take 2x common. We get 2x multiplied by 5x plus 4. From the last two terms, take minus 1 common. We get minus 1 multiplied by 5x plus 4. Now the equation becomes 2x multiplied by 5x plus 4 minus 1 multiplied by 5x plus 4 equals 0. Take the common bracket. We get 5x plus 4 multiplied by 2x minus 1 equals 0. Now, apply the zero product rule. Either 5x plus 4 equals 0 or 2x minus 1 equals 0. From the first equation, we get 5x equals minus 4, so x equals minus 4 by 5. From the second equation, we get 2x equals 1, so x equals 1 by 2. So, the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 4 by 5 and 1 by 2. Now, let us solve the next quadratic equation using the factorization method. The given equation is 1 by 9x square minus 2 by 3x plus 1 equals 0. First, remove the fractions to make the equation easier. The denominators are 9 and 3, so their least common multiple is 9. Multiply the entire equation by 9. We get x square minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. Now, we factorize this expression. We need two numbers whose product is 9 and whose sum is minus 6. These numbers are minus 3 and minus 3. Now split the middle term. We get x square minus 3x minus 3x plus 9 equals 0. Now take common factors. From the first two terms, take x common. We get x multiplied by x minus 3. From the last two terms, take minus 3 common. We get minus 3 multiplied by x minus 3. Now the equation becomes x multiplied by x minus 3 multiplied by x minus 3 equals 0. Take the common bracket. We get x minus 3 multiplied by x minus 3 equals 0. So, x minus 3 equals 0. Therefore, x equals 3. So, the solution of the given quadratic equation is 3. Question number 6. Solve the following quadratic equation by factorization method. Y square plus 2 root 3y plus 3 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. Y square plus 2 root 3y plus 3 equals 0. Now, we will factorize the equation by splitting the middle term. Multiply the coefficient of y square with the constant term. 3 multiplied by 1 gives 3. Now find two factors of 3 such that their sum becomes the middle term, that is, 2 root 3. To get to root 3, both factors should contain root 3. So, we split to root 3 as root 3 plus root 3. Now decide the signs of the factors. Since the constant term is positive and the middle term is also positive, both factors will have positive signs. Rewrite the equation by splitting the middle term. Y square plus root 3y plus root 3y plus 3 equals 0. Now write 3 as root 3 multiplied by root 3. Y square plus root 3y plus root 3y plus root 3 into root 3 equals 0. Take common factors. From the first two terms, take y common. We get y into bracket y plus root 3. From the last two terms, take root 3 common. We get root 3 into bracket y plus root 3. Now take the common bracket y plus root 3. We get bracket y plus root 3 into bracket y plus root 3 equals 0. So, y plus root 3 equals 0. Therefore, y equals minus root 3. Since both factors are same, the repeated root is minus root 3. Hence, the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus root 3 and minus root 3. Question number 2. Solve the following quadratic equation by factorization method. X square minus 3 root 3x plus 6 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. X square minus 3 root 3x plus 6 equals 0. Now, we will factorize the equation by splitting the middle term. Multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term. 2 multiplied by 3 gives 6. Now find two factors of 6 such that their sum becomes the middle term, that is, 3 root 3. To get 3 root 3, both factors should contain root 3. So, place root 3 in both factors. We can write 3 root 3 as 2 root 3 plus root 3. Now decide the signs of the factors. Since the middle term is negative and the constant term is positive, both factors will have negative signs. So, the factors are minus 2 root 3 and minus root 3. Rewrite the equation by splitting the middle term. X square minus 2 root 3x minus root 3x plus 6 equals 0. Now write 6 as 2 root 3 multiplied by root 3. X square minus 2 root 3x minus root 3x plus 2 root 3 into root 3 equals 0. Take common factors. From the first two terms, take x common. We get x into bracket x minus 2 root 3. From the last two terms, take minus root 3 common. We get minus root 3 into bracket x minus 2 root 3. Now take the common bracket x minus 2 root 3. We get bracket x minus 2 root 3 into bracket x minus root 3 equals 0. So, x minus 2 root 3 equals 0. Or, x minus root 3 equals 0. Therefore, x equals to root 3. Or, x equals root 3. Hence, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 2 root 3 and root 3. Now, we will learn how to solve quadratic equations using the factorization method. We will practice different types of sums step by step and understand how to split the middle term correctly. So, let us begin our learning on sums based on the factorization method. Question number 1. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. X square minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. X square minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Now, we will factorize the equation by splitting the middle term. Multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term. 1 multiplied by minus 10 gives minus 10. Now find two factors of 10 such that their difference gives the middle term, which is minus 3. The required factors are minus 5 and plus 2. Since the last sign is negative, give the middle term sign to the bigger factor and the opposite sign to the smaller factor. Rewrite the equation by splitting the middle term. X square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 equals 0. Take common factors. From the first two terms, take x common. We get x into bracket x minus 5. From the last two terms, take plus 2 common. We get plus 2 into bracket x minus 5. Now take the common bracket x minus 5. we get bracket x minus 5 into bracket x plus 2 equals 0. So, x minus 5 equals 0. Or, x plus 2 equals 0. Therefore, x equals 5. Or, x equals minus 2. Hence, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 5 and minus 2. Question number 2. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. 2x squared plus x minus 6 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. 2x squared plus x minus 6 equals 0. Now, we will factorize the equation by splitting the middle term. To factorize by splitting the middle term, first find the product of the coefficient of x square and the constant term. 2 multiplied by 6 gives 12. Since the last sign is negative, we will subtract the factors. Now find two factors of 12 such that their difference gives the middle term, which is 1. The required factors are 4 and 3 because 4 minus 3 equals 1. Now decide the signs of the factors. Since the last sign is negative, give the middle term sign to the bigger factor and the opposite sign to the smaller factor. So, the factors are plus 4 and minus 3. Rewrite the equation by splitting the middle term. 2x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 equals 0. Take common factors. From the first two terms, take 2x common. We get 2x into bracket x plus 2. From the last two terms, take minus 3 common. We get minus 3 into bracket x plus 2. Now take the common bracket x plus 2. We get bracket 2x minus 3 into bracket x plus 2 equals 0. So, 2x minus 3 equals 0. Or, x plus 2 equals 0. Therefore, 2x equals 3. Or, x equals minus 2. Hence, x equals 3 by 2. Or, x equals minus 2. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 3 by 2 and minus 2. Question number 4. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. 2x squared minus x plus 1 by 8 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. 2x squared minus x plus 1 by 8 equals 0. To remove the fraction, multiply the entire equation by 8. We get 16x squared minus 8x plus 1 equals 0. Now, we will factorize the equation by splitting the middle term. First, find the product of the coefficient of x square and the constant term. 16 multiplied by 1 gives 16. Now find two factors of 16 such that their sum gives the middle term, which is minus 8. The required factors are minus 4 and minus 4. Since the last sign is positive and the middle term is negative, both factors will have negative signs. Rewrite the equation by splitting the middle term. 16x squared minus 4x minus 4x plus 1 equals 0. Take common factors. From the first two terms, take 4x common. We get 4x into bracket 4x minus 1. From the last two terms, take minus 1 common. We get minus 1 into bracket 4x minus 1. Now take the common bracket 4x minus 1. We get bracket 4x minus 1 into bracket 4x minus 1 equals 0. So, 4x minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, 4x equals 1. Hence, x equals 1 by 4. Since both factors are same, the repeated root is 1 by 4. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Question number 5. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. 100x squared minus 20x plus 1 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. 100x square minus 20x plus 1 equals 0. Now, we will factorize the equation by splitting the middle term. First, find the product of the coefficient of x square and the constant term. 100 multiplied by 1 gives 100. Since the last sign is positive, we will add the factors. Now find two factors of 100 such that their sum gives the middle term, which is minus 20. The required factors are minus 10 and minus 10. Since the last sign is positive and the middle term is negative, both factors will have negative signs. Rewrite the equation by splitting the middle term. 100x square minus 10x plus 1 equals 0. Take common factors. From the first two terms, take 10x common. We get 10x into bracket 10x minus 1. From the last two terms, take minus 1 common. We get minus 1 into bracket 10x minus 1. Now take the common bracket 10x minus 1. We get bracket 10x minus 1 into bracket 10x minus 1 equals 0. So, 10x minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, 10x equals 1. Hence, x equals 1 by 10. Since both factors are same, the repeated root is 1 by 10. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. Now, we will learn how to solve quadratic equations that contain only two terms. We will understand simple and quick methods of factorization and learn how to find the roots step by step. So, let us continue with factorization method sums with two terms. Question number 7. Solve the following quadratic equation by factorization method. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. Now, we will factorize the equation by splitting the middle term. First, find the product of the coefficient of x square and the constant term. Root 2 multiplied by 5 root 2 gives 10. Now find two factors of 10 such that their sum gives the middle term, which is 7. 1 plus 10 is not equal to 7. But 2 plus 5 equals 7. So, the required factors are 2 and 5. Since the last sign is positive and the middle term is also positive, both factors will have positive signs. Rewrite the equation by splitting the middle term. Root 2x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. Now write 2x as root 2 multiplied by root 2x. We get root 2x square plus root 2 into root 2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. Take common factors. From the first two terms, take root 2x common. We get root 2x into bracket x plus root 2. From the last two terms, take 5 common. We get 5 into bracket x plus root 2. Now take the common bracket x plus root 2. We get bracket x plus root 2 into bracket root 2x plus 5 equals 0. So, x plus root 2 equals 0. Or, root 2x plus 5 equals 0. Therefore, x equals minus root 2. Or, x equals minus 5 by root 2. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus root 2 and minus 5 by root 2. Question number 10. Solve the following quadratic equation by factorization method. 9x square minus 16 equals 0. First, write the equation in standard form. 9x square minus 16 equals 0. Here, only the first term and the last term are present. We can write the equation as 3x whole square minus 4 whole square equals 0. Now use the identity. A square minus b square equals bracket a plus b into bracket a minus b. Applying the identity, we get bracket 3x plus 4 into bracket 3x minus 4 equals 0. So, 3x plus 4 equals 0. Or 3x minus 4 equals 0. Therefore, 3x equals minus 4. Or 3x equals 4. Hence, x equals minus 4 by 3. Or x equals 4 by 3. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 4 by 3 and 4 by 3. Question number 11. Solve the following quadratic equation by factorization method. 3x minus x square equals 0. First, arrange the equation in standard form. We get x square minus 3x equals 0. Here, only the first term and the middle term are present. Factorize by taking the common factor. Take x common from both terms. We get x into bracket x minus 3 equals 0. So, x equals 0. Or x minus 3 equals 0. Therefore, x equals 0. Or x equals 3. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 0 and 3. Thank you for watching. I hope this lesson helped you understand the concept clearly. For worksheets, notes, test papers, videos, and study planner, visit our website. Also, join our Telegram channel to get regular updates. Links are given in the description box below. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.